All right, it Stars Without Number, Session 8, Fels Rising. Time for the recap. I did not send in any notes, so this should be very interesting.
Well, we left the Forest of Meat, having crossed with that merchant.
Gunner, yep.
Right. He told us a little bit more about the different kinds of meat trees. We eventually came across some sort of, I forget, it was like a tree of knowledge sort of thing.
Yeah, well,
where you could ask the tree a question. And I think Kevin went to the tree of knowledge first.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Right. And asked it a question, and it immediately began to absorb him.
Mm-hmm.
So Xavier ran over to grab him and pull him out of the tree before he was absorbed. But then Xavier started to be absorbed into the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Krieg ran over to pull them both out. And we were expecting this to be a TPK by tree. And it would just be Skrillex in the car.
Yeah.
Who'd be like, well, I'm not going to go pull them out and get sucked into the tree and drive away.
Mm-hmm.
But he was able to pull them out. I know later on we went back to the tree and Krieg asked what the porcelain prince's greatest weakness was, and then almost got pulled into the tree. I didn't really get an answer, at least nothing I understood, to actually be an actionable weakness. So you got some sort of image of something, but I forget what it was.
I think you saw his something about like he was looking in the mirror without his mask.
Oh, right. Yeah, his history. You got some backstory on him. Illumination Boy saw where the ship was, which we were looking for. Apparently, there's some spaceship which crashed, and we had no idea where it was, and we expected it to be surrounded by guards or whatever, but it wasn't. So we went over to it.
We did go to the spaceship, and didn't really find that much. And there was some farmer there who was yelling at us not to touch the tree because it's dangerous. Who we ignored.
And there was some sort of, was it one of the meat like bushes which was on the spaceship, or was it just another kind of bush? A non-meat tree bush.
Yeah, it was some kind of bush that attacked you, and the farmer speculated that it could have been a seed that was taken by the wind and landed there, because there was supposedly the Forest of Meat was created by the Mad Druid, but nobody has seen or heard of him. I mean, they've heard of him, but nobody has ever met or seen him. That make it really difficult. I never heard of him. You exited the Forest of Meat, and Gunner, of course, gave you 3 cans of Felix Whiz, which Krieg turned down. But
right, it turns out Felix Whiz is the most popular drink apparently on this world. And it is made of, it's carbonated urine from the cat people. So we offered it to the cat person traveling with us, who turned it down because he has his own on tap. So why would he drink it from a can? We came to a town where they had captured a survivor. I don't know if it was the only one, but a survivor from the crashed spaceship. And they were pelting him with, I forget what, like just rotten fruit.
Like a pulsating tomato.
Right. And I then explained to them the gospel of Jagger Fels and told them that they shouldn't really be working for the Porcelain Prince anymore, because Jagger Fels was obviously going to come and displace him.
Mm-hmm.
Managed to sway the crowd to my side, and then pelted the guy with one of the cans of cat pee. An open can of cat pee somebody was drinking from, in fact.
Well,
and then they realized that it was way more fun to pelt him with like solid hard objects than with tomatoes.
Well, you got in line and went up and used your telekinetic force and hit him in the dick first.
Of course. Illumination Boy continued to hit on Severe, frustrating Severe increasingly. It was actually when we were on the spaceship that Severe found sort of a mannequin head, but the mask that was on the mannequin head, the face of the mannequin was detachable. Mm-hmm. And she put it on and announced for the entire valley, that she and Kevin are just friends. And Kevin clutched his chest and doubled over. Although that did not really stop him.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because Zavir, she had a vision from the knowledge tree in the future of her and Kevin and their many children.
Very true.
And
Yes.
she did not share.
Right. She did not technically share that with us, but it happened last session.
It happened.
We left the village behind and we were going down the road. We came across like an overturned caravan or cart.
Yep.
And there were two guys who were there who had survived the overturning of this cart, who said that they were attacked by one of those strange creatures that had transformed a local resident into a sort of huge charging beast that attacked us previously. And but it had run off and they were fine. Everything was fine. No need, since we weren't going to help them turn the carts back up again, no need to actually interfere with their situation. But we eventually figured out where the thing was nearby, and Kevin sprang into action, needlessly going and antagonizing the creature.
It's true.
Which caused the creature to attack everybody, killing the two guys who Kevin thought he was helping. Mm-hmm. And Zavir and Kevin managed to basically shoot the leg off of this creature, limiting its mobility. But when Krieg ran up to hit him with his telekinetic sword, it paralyzed his good arm, his right arm. And then later in the fight, after Krieg was unconscious or bleeding out, snapped his arm off and attached it to his own leg. Oh, he turned one creature into a flying creature, which grabbed our cat person and flew off with him. So he's dead.
Yeah.
He transformed one of the, because they were chasing the hairless monkeys around, into a giant gorilla.
That's
and
right. It was hairless monkeys they were transporting, and they were loose.
And it
was transforming them into monsters to defend itself.
Yeah, one Kevin. Was like a spider thing.
Yeah, it was a spider which killed us. Yeah.
After killing the two guys on the caravan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true. That's what happened. Yep.
So Zavir was able to bring Krieg back around and conscious again. The creature had run off, and Krieg considered killing Kevin. In fact, when he got up, we were still in the middle of the fight. He did attack.
Strike me.
Yes.
Yeah, he did attack Kevin, at least for one turn.
For a fresh 8 hit points.
Right. Nearly killing, but not quite killing Kevin. And leaving Kevin with both of his arms for the moment.
Kevin did get dropped, and that's when you turned and pretty much congratulated the creature for taking care of that, and then went and attacked it.
Well, it was dragging me away.
That's the end of what I remember.
Yeah, I mean that's where you've left off. There's 2 carts that have overturned. You have the vehicle, and you're towing the second vehicle that you got. And there's just a pile of like tiles. When you destroyed the Vohm, that it kind of like fell apart, and there's just a big kind of like smoking pile of tiles there. And Krieg is there with now just one arm, and Kevin is there, and Zavir is there, and there's a few bodies of the merchants who were manning the carts, and the hairless monkeys are all over the place. They're still running around.
So, because I've missed a lot, can I ask 2 things? One, what is the general thing that we're trying to do as a group right now, other than determining whether or not Illumination Boy lives or dies?
You probably missed. So we had crossed the bridge to get to the Porcelain Prince's palace again. Well, when was the last time you were here?
Yes.
The meat forest?
No, I do not. I am very pleasantly happy to know that a meat forest exists. So there's that. No, last thing I remember, we had been, we went from the porcelain palace and we were trying to, I think we had actually left and we were trying to cross the bridge, but then there was this large force that was looking like they were going to prevent us. That's the last thing I remember.
Right. They were shooting at us with these anti-aircraft guns from the bridge after we determined the Porcelain Prince was probably going to attack our settlement. So we were driving towards the bridge when we were swept up in like a tornado. I forget. It was
a huge storm.
Okay. So don't sue us, Wizard of Oz. It was not a tornado. We were whisked way to the north where there was another city nearby that we didn't really investigate. We started driving south. On the part of the ride south was through the meat forest. Wow, this really is like the Wizard of Oz a bit. Like we encounter a forest of meat.
Hairless monkeys running around.
Uh-oh.
Maybe dial your lawyers, Wizard of Oz.
One did have wings.
Right. We did. So we encountered the meat forest on the way south again, still basically trying to get back so that we can warn the settlement. Although I think we've now learned that there has already been an attack on the settlement. So I think we're just going to figure out what has befallen the settlement at this point. But we are still traveling back towards the bridge. There was also some talk last time about what do we do when we get to the bridge? Because they're still probably going to try to shoot at us with their anti-aircraft guns.
Right.
And there was some talk of disguising the vehicle, but I don't know that we came up with a good answer.
Yeah, and you picked up a second vehicle that runs on some kind of energy. It's got panels that absorb some kind of energy, so it's not like yours. And you're towing that with you.
Right.
And,
how many people does that hold?
Probably 5 or 6.
Right.
And so that one, we know it works on some unknown energy source, but we're not able to get it working at the moment.
No, you can get it working.
Okay, because I was just wondering why we're towing it, if it can work. But then again, we don't have many people in the group. So I know you said Skrillex has been in the car. So is there something that Skrillex has been doing in there, or like?
I would say
we didn't speak for you as to what else you were doing. We were using you as our driver.
There were a couple times where you did interact with the world, like when one time. Oh, when we went to the
spaceship, I said Skrillex would not wait in the car while we investigate the spaceship.
Yeah, he would be the first one in there as well. Like,
Stealing whatever research I could.
And he got grabbed up in the vines and hurled.
Yeah, and that threw you out of the combat, and that's when we started. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm generally aware of what's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then just to be clear, the whole thing that happened where with Illumination Boy and Krieg, that all just happened now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw that there was a recording playing on the dashboard.
I mean, the vehicle was right there too. Could have looked out the window.
That's true.
Illumination Boy is so tied to his screens.
Yeah. Gotta look through reality through my iPad or whatever.
There is calm. So what's going on around us now?
I mean, it's the hairless monkeys are running around, and the carts are overturned, and the 2 oxen are just kind of hanging out. The bodies of the the drivers are obviously dead, and I think you killed the gorilla and the spider thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they're
not
just
the flying one.
right, and they're just like heaps of ooze at this point, as they're just like smoldering on the ground. Except for the other thing, which is a big pile of looks like broken tiles.
So at that point, Skrillex would hop out of the car in his exosuit, his mech, and scream out, "Holy shit, Krieg, your arm!"
I'm aware. Not much I could do about it at the moment. And I look at Zavir, expecting Zavir to save me.
Oh, maybe I can get some junk together and get you some kind of prosthetic.
I'm hoping either Zavir can regrow my arm, or when we get back to the camp, maybe there's a biological replacement there. If they can keep a head alive.
Yeah, that's true. But well, you just let me know. It's something, I can get the plans drawn up at least. But man, there's a lot of mayhem out here.
I'm gonna take out my field survey device and try with like one-handed to hold it and manipulate it to scan the ooze that the creatures are turning into.
Yeah, it gives a bunch of readings. It's for like what would be a monkey, and then it switches back to like the spider, shows like spider DNA. It changes. It's constantly changing. It's in a series of flux.
I can't figure out how this creature took a monkey and transformed it into a giant spider and a giant ape and somehow created all this additional mass.
Maybe I've done some study. It's still a burgeoning field of engineering, but maybe they're nanobots.
Yes, they're super evil powers.
It would explain a few things. Quickly transforming something. I mean, nanobots can, in great enough numbers, alter genes, and it can pull matter from anywhere, the ground, the air, and not exactly transmute it, but they can alter it to some degree.
So can I use my survey scanner to see if I can find nanobots?
Yeah, sure. You don't find any.
At this point, I have placed the survey scanner on the ground so that I can push buttons with one hand.
Zavir comes over and picks up the scanner and holds it for you.
Well, no sign of nanobots. But it's the best theory I have.
Well, I'm all out of ideas then. I have no idea how something like that can happen. I mean, even nanobots is a stretch for that, but
oh yes, I do recall that Iron Man made his armor suit out of nanobots. His Model 37 suit. So they can be used for good as well.
Huzzah.
Man, what a dumb name.
Right. Why would anyone want to make themselves out of iron?
There's so
Why
many
wouldn't
good
he?
materials.
Right. Steel Man, Titanium Man, both clearly superior to Iron Man.
He wasn't really made of iron, but
There's also a number of alloys. Why be iron when you can be a superconductor?
it'll take way too long to
Some
explain
kind of
this to you
advanced.
guys. There's so much lore you're missing out on.
Zavir says, did he ride a cast iron bike?
He did. I'll send you some emails.
Dude, Kevin, I don't know if you want to take the time to bury the 2 men you got killed, but I vote we just leave them here to rot because we have other places to be.
Well, these monkeys might need something to eat, so it's better this than cat piss.
Good enough. I get back in the car.
Okay.
So Skrillex will get back in. He'll get into the driver's seat. All right. So continue on.
Oh, can I use my hustle point in an indistinct way to have a hairless monkey fan, which follows me around?
Do you want like a hairless monkey familiar? Is that what you want?
Just like another team mascot,
Yes, you can have that.
Okay, cool.
You coax one over.
It's funny because when you said follow you around, I was thinking, oh, well, maybe you'll have another Instagram follower and it'd be a monkey.
Yeah,
access to one of the.
I'll make him a profile.
All right.
Can I use my hustle point to make his monkey follower diseased and bitey?
Is that his superpower?
Yeah, I could be what is it? Hairless monkey man. It's like Spider-Man monkey.
Yeah, when it bites you when you start losing your hair, you can pretend that's a superpower.
Yeah. I'll be like, it's like radiation. I'll be like chemo man,
All right. So yes, you all get. Are you all in the same vehicle? Or is anybody in the one being touched?
I'm in the main vehicle.
Yeah, I definitely next time we stop, Skrillex would probably like to check out the new one. But for now, we got other things to worry about.
Okay. So you go around the busted carts and continue to head south on the Ultraviolet Road once again, as the scenery goes from sort of plain, like back to the gray kind of rocks and dirt now to like huge stone outcroppings, and the road begins to like swerve around through them, forcing you to slow down. I mean, you can't go very fast as you're like winding and turning.
Oh, wait, so there's an actual road?
Yeah, it's called the Ultraviolet Road.
The Ultraviolet Road?
Yeah.
Because yellow brick was taken.
So is it ultraviolet gravel?
No, it's actually paved. And as you make one of your turns, next to these a big outcropping of like rocks is a large group of individuals that they've got about 5 or 6 vehicles parked on the side of the road. They're all kind of like Mad Max type things where they've got pieces and parts welded together. and like spikes on them and weird sidecars, and they're all kind of like hanging out on the rocks. And one guy in particular looks about 7 feet tall and wide, and he's got an eye patch, and he's standing by the side of the road, and he starts to like flag you down, like asking you to stop.
So do we stop or do we advance aggressively?
Wow, they got some pretty sweet rides. Are they superheroes as well?
They look like the same sort of primitives we've met elsewhere. I say we ride on.
All right. Vroom, vroom.
So you drive past him. You can see as he tries to flag you down, and you just drive past, he just kind of looks and turns around. On your left-hand side is an open field. There's a couple of craters, and in the middle where this field is a small, no bigger than an outhouse. Looks like a wooden building.
Well, that whatever that is, it's clearly a minefield. We should probably avoid that.
I have no desire to see an outhouse anyway. So keep driving.
Yeah. I mean, my mech here, it serves all the purposes I need. I don't know about what you guys. You guys have stopped.
You see now that the group that you had passed are now trailing behind you. They're not like gaining on you, but just enough keeping their distance.
Okay, so we got some followers.
Yeah, that's not good. They may just be waiting to pounce. There may be other people or obstacles ahead.
As you begin to descend down into like a valley area, again, you look off to the left and you see a town, 1-story buildings. There's lots of color in this town. It really stands out with all like sort of the gray and brown, like dirt and rocks. It looks like it looks like a spectrum of all kinds of colors, and there is a huge tower in the middle of this town with some kind of glistening rock at the very top of it. The Ultraviolet road does not go through this town. It veers off to the side.
We could try to lose our tails driving through the streets of this town.
I wouldn't mind adding some of those stones to my suit ears as well. And he just like looks amazed at all the shiny.
On the other hand, something colorful might distract Kevin.
So wait, it just occurred to me, and I don't know if I've asked this already, but why are we driving this way down this road?
Well, we knew we wound up north of where the Porcelain Prince was, and we were told that the bridge we saw was the way to get across the ravine that runs north-south.
Mm-hmm.
So we were getting back to the bridge so that we could get across so we could get back to our settlement.
Okay. At that point, Skrillex looks at the power gauge just to check that we have enough fuel, or if we might be running low.
You're less than half on your power.
Okay.
That was in part why we got the second vehicle, was so that if we ran out of power, we would have the second vehicle.
So at half power, what is the estimated distance or amount of time that we could maintain this speed?
Give me a knowledge roll. No.
6.
Your guess is plus minus 3 hours.
Okay. All right. Well, we're at about half fuel right here, so maybe it would be a good thing to stop just to make sure that if we can find some fuel. We don't know what else we're going to encounter on this road.
And seeing all the colors, Kevin might wander off. I say we stop.
We also have some friends following us as well. Maybe they're my new followers.
Or
Nope,
maybe they won't
still the
follow
same.
us into a civilized area where they'll potentially have more people to deal with.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't know if this this town here is civilized.
That's true. They're probably not.
We know that there are buildings and there may be creatures that inhabit them who may or may not have built them. So Skrillex will turn direction towards the this colorful village.
Okay. It is about 1K away, which is about a half a mile. As soon as you do that, you see the vehicles behind you. They start flashing their lights, and you can hear their horns honking.
I'm not sure if they're trying to say we should not go here or if we should keep going.
Both of you can give me notice rolls.
Notice?
Yeah. And Krieg.
Notice.
6.
6.
Oh, that's Skrillex's. 6.
6. Yep. -1. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like one of the people in the vehicle in one of these like sidecars that's attached is like jumping up and down, trying to get your attention, like waving their arms. I shoot them in the dick.
Hey, well, they seem really energetic with whatever they're trying to communicate. No? Ignore it? All right.
No.
Okay,
I
so
just wave out the window at them.
The Queen's Way.
So there's no obvious road to get to the city. It's not really flat. I mean, there's no really obstacles in the way. It's just this brown, gray dirt and rocks. So everybody give me another notice roll.
Wow, worse. 2.
10.
9.
Okay. Krieg, give me a no roll.
7.
So you look in front of you, and not very far, you see something in the dirt. It's large and it looks like a cylinder. It's like barely above the dirt. How much study did you do in the Sindhu military?
Unless the Sindhu, I mean, I guess maybe a little bit. I don't know if it was in the military though. I am part warrior.
This kind of gives you the vibes that potentially this is a landmine.
Stop. I will point at the cylinder and say, possibly a mine.
How far away is it?
Let's see. You're. Give me a pilot roll.
Seven.
You spot it. You're about 20 yards from it.
Okay. And it's like a small cylinder just barely peeking out the ground.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I thought the minefield was back there with that cottage thing. Maybe it also extends up here. So I'm going to turn on my polyspectral sensors. With those, can I see if they're like, can I sense the mines?
So what would it like?
So my with the polyspectral sensors, these sensors use an array of emissions to form a crude model of terrain 100 meters in front, providing rough detail down to objects 1/3 of a meter in size, but it cannot penetrate EM hardened barriers. And it doesn't trigger security alerts to use it. So it sounds like it has some ability to see through barriers to some degree.
Okay. So you said 100 meters?
Yeah.
Yeah. This in front of you is littered with landmines.
Okay.
There is a path you believe that you could take, but you have to be very, very careful.
Okay. What is the group behind us look like they're doing?
They stopped. They did not turn off the road, and they just stopped and they're watching.
Okay. So I'll let everybody know. Okay, yeah, just as I suspected, doing a scan of the area, there are landmines everywhere. We can still get where we need to go, but it's gonna be tricky.
Well, I didn't really want to come here anyway, and I think the landmines are probably evidence they don't want us here. So if we navigate through their landmines, that may just be a signal to them there in that settlement to start shooting at us. Also, I wonder if our friends behind us wouldn't like us to show them the safe path through the landmines, because they look like the sorts who would like to raise the colorful city.
Right, but they are also on the path backwards. So if that is a group that wants to raise this city, then they may also be a group that wants to take everything that we have and leave us for dead.
Oh, I agree with that. That's why I didn't want to stop for them the first time. But if it's a choice between fighting the guys behind us or navigating the landmines, I'd rather fight the guys behind us.
But well, I will say we don't know if this settlement ahead of us, they may not have any ill intentions, and they may not have any offensive capability. That might be why they've invested in a minefield.
I don't dispute that that's true. But given the information we have now, and given that I didn't want to go there in the first place, turning around still seems prudent to me.
Okay.
It seems we're stuck in a hard spot. Either we go to the new city where we can get some pickups on our power suit, or we can go meet these other superheroes. And I move the camera towards them. See, look at their cool cars.
Would it help if we let Kevin walk in front of our vehicle?
What will we do next?
Let's do that.
Kevin, we have a plan.
Oh,
We need you to walk about 20 meters in front of the vehicle so that we can figure out where the safe spots are and where the mines are.
I don't think that's a very good use of my powers. I'm not very we've got a metal man. He'd be best at walking through the minefield.
Out.
Oh,
Yeah, this is more of a job for a superhero rather than the normal hero. We're just sidekicks, as far as I can tell. So
I don't know, Krieg. I think you're trying to trick me, but I guess I could.
You guys are trying to trick me, but I'll go along with it.
I mean, feel free to use whatever powers you have to blow up the mines before they, kill you.
So I thought that we were gonna head backwards, but with Kevin in front of us to encounter.
Oh, I meant forwards. I meant into the minefield.
Oh, okay. Okay.
With Kevin as our canary.
Well, no.
I mean, I'm equally good with just, going back towards these ruffians behind us and let Kevin lead the way there. Then he can talk to them superhero to superhero. And if they have hostile intent, we'll have some warning when they kill Kevin.
Yep. Skrillex is right there with you, Krieg.
So which way do we go, subscribers?
Are you gonna
Give
put
them like two cell phone numbers?
I put my poll up. I make a poll.
You make a poll, huh? Okay, let's see.
It almost feels like it's choose your own adventure at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
Except
Sophia's
it's like
gonna be following. What does she click?
It's like 1.99 Fels credits to vote.
Give me two D10 rolls and tell me what the numbers are. Don't add them together.
2 D10s. I got a 3 and a 6.
So 3 people have voted forward, and the other 6 said turn around.
Wow, this is the biggest turnout I've had on this poll. I guess we turn around, guys.
All right. We're heading towards the people.
So
let's go.
Skrillex, are you going to back up or are you going to literally turn around?
Oh, no. I'm going to back up the exact path as much as possible. And then once I can safely ascertain that there are no mines around the vehicle, I would turn. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin's got that seat in the back, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I would just go backwards.
Can you reverse with the toe? Are you expert reverser with a car on the back towing?
Oh. Probably.
Give me a pilot roll. You're backing up.
Beep, beep, beep.
I would stand on top of the car because they probably couldn't see me in my booster seat in the back.
I got an 8.
All right, so you're backing this thing up, keeping the towed vehicle in line. That one big guy that looks like he's got eye patch, who's like 7 feet tall, comes out of his vehicle and is standing there waiting for you guys to show up. He doesn't have a weapon or anything. As you get close, he's got some kind of tattered vest and shorts, and he's wearing boots. And he's like, he doesn't give the impression that he's at least hostile. He's like waiting to like talk or something. He sees you up there, Kevin. He's like waving to you.
Yeah, I wave back. Oh, actually, no, I do a superhero stance.
All right, Kevin, do your thing.
Hello there, potential subscribers.
What? Who are you?
I'm Illumination Boy, and this is, well, it's not the Illumination Mobile yet, but it might be one day.
What are you doing out here?
Well, we were gonna probably get some of those shiny stones for my super suit, but I don't think we're going that way anymore. We came to say hello to other potential superheroes.
Is there anybody else in your group? Are you the only one?
Well, I'm the only superhero. I think there is like a man, sort of like Iron Man, but not. And there's also potential cyborg in the making. So I don't think they talk.
He kind of turns around and looks at the rest of them like, am I speak? What is he saying? What? And he turns back around.
So what are you following us for? And flashing
He's
your
like,
lights?
he's like, am I having a stroke? I am not understanding what he's saying.
Do I smell toast?
Yeah, we'd like to get to that town as well.
Oh. Hey, you guys hear that? They want to get to the city as well. What do you want to get to the city for?
Well, to ransack it, of course.
Oh. So is that a good city or a bad city?
Depends on which side you allow yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna need some lore. Tell me the lore of the city over there. Is there a supervillain inside?
Do you consider the Porcelain Prince a supervillain?
Yes, he's the greatest supervillain.
And they ally with him.
Oh. Well, then we should help them. We should help these other people. They're like superheroes like us. You hear that, Krieg?
I don't think so, because what I heard was like the opposite of what I think you heard. I'll get out of the car and go back. Well, we were thinking about making a pit stop in this town. I wouldn't call it a city. But it turns out there's landmines in the road between us and them. So we thought better of that.
I can navigate them.
You can.
But yeah, only a danger to us for no known benefit.
Well, the benefit is taking out followers of the evil porcelain prince.
Yeah, but not followers who are immediately hostile to us. We've met many followers of the Porcelain Prince as we've navigated down the Ultraviolet Road. Most of them were easily swayed against him.
I wouldn't mind ransacking this village, though. There is some pretty cool loot in there, from what I can see.
Yeah, say that for your subscriber base.
I turn off my iPad.
So I'll look at the big guy and ask, can you give us any reason why it would be in our interest to navigate the minefield and risk blowing up?
Well, you just said you could navigate your way through.
Yeah, not 100% safely, we have a chance of making it through safely.
I think they control it there. And he points over to the shed. Who's like, I think that's the control center, but we can never get to it.
Because there's mines around it, right?
Right.
Right. I don't know if we can navigate a path for our vehicle through that minefield. We think we can navigate a path through up the road.
Porcelain Prince takes great pleasure in that little village down there. He's visited many times.
Yeah, our goal isn't to mildly annoy the Porcelain Prince. If we have a chance to kill the Porcelain Prince, we might take that. But to destroy his favorite toy, not so much.
We could learn lots of things from the city, though.
You are, we have two separate objectives, and you are obviously the leader of this group, considering I see that you have one arm.
I do recently have but one arm, although I think the group more or less makes decisions collectively.
He turns and looks at the rest of his group. Hopefully none of them have gotten any crazy ideas. Turns back around. I'm Cyclops.
I'm Krieg.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Krieg.
This is Kevin.
That's a cool name.
And from a PA within the car, you hear, I'm Skrillex.
And Zavir uses her loudspeaker from the back seat, where she is busily tweeting HR her sexual harassment complaints.
Well, if you let us get to the town, we would offer you escort through some of the road to the south here. Where are you headed?
We need to make it across the Porcelain Princess Bridge.
All the way south. There's a nasty little Vohm area that we could assist you with. I don't know if you're familiar with these creatures.
It's to some extent. Do you happen to know another way across the chasm between this side of the plateau and the other?
Not that I know of. It's just I've heard this bridge is the only way.
So I'll be back, and I go back to the car to talk to Zavir and Skrillex. If Kevin tries to follow me, if Kevin tries to follow me, I'll be like, you wait here. Entertain our friends.
Okay. Well, while that happens, I start explaining the entire lore of Cyclops from the X-Men to him.
So the best reason I can think of to go into this town right now is, especially given how colorful it is, it may be easier to find things we can use to disguise the big hustling, so that it doesn't look so obviously like the big hustling.
That's not such a bad idea. And then if they have any power cells, all the better.
Right.
Plus, it wouldn't be bad to have somebody help us and accompany us. Sounds like they're willing to provide some assistance if we give them some of ours.
Yeah, I mean they're basically bandits though, so I don't necessarily know that if we help them that they won't then try to take our vehicles from us.
Oh. Yes, they're bandits, but right now I don't know that we're any better than bandits.
Well, all I want to do, I'm happy to go in and find a way to convince someone inside to help us to disguise the big hustling. But sure, if need be, I'll steal from this place. I'm just saying the difference between us and them is I don't expect that they won't double cross us. I expect they will try.
All right. I mean, I think that's a given. We can't really trust anyone here. We don't know what this place is. We don't know what their motivations are. We don't even know the basis of their civilization.
Right.
Do they have morality? What is their moral compass? We don't know. Illumination Boy is clearly working on it.
Oh yeah, that was me. I got a message.
So I guess we accept their offer of help for now. So I'll go back.
So Cyclops, right? His real name is Scott Summers. What's your real name?
Cyclops.
But that doesn't make any sense. Even Cyclops has a real name. And you can tell this is the entire conversation since you've been gone.
Does he have like one eye?
Yes.
He does have an eye patch.
Yeah, he's got an eye patch.
I mean, on the real name thing, it seems odd that when you were born, your mother was like, Cyclops.
See?
It's like Scar from The Lion King.
Or Full
Metal. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Cyclops, we're willing to accept your offer. We are going to need, when we get in there, to take some portion of the spoils. We don't necessarily want you can have most of what's there, I'm sure. We're going to need resources enough to, if there's any power cells we can use to power our vehicle, we'll want our share of those. And we'll want some materials to help disguise our vehicle so that it won't. They've already seen this vehicle at the bridge. So we want enough to make it look somewhat different. But I'm sure whatever other valuables they have will more than compensate you for whatever we take.
I don't think we can just follow you in, though. They know who we are. So when you get into town,
I assume they're not going to like it when we pull up into the town, since we will have successfully navigated their landmines.
Yeah, but they might think that you're a caravan sent by the Porcelain Prince, because they successfully navigate the landmines and bring supplies in. So once you get into the town, cut the power to this building over here, shut the minefield off, and we'll drive in.
Okay, that sounds fine.
If you need us to create a distraction for you, we could do that also.
Well, if they might think we're just a caravan, then we probably don't need the distraction. We just need to successfully navigate that minefield.
You can contact us on my channel here. See, just press subscribe. Oh, actually, do you even have a radio?
No.
Oh, how are we getting in contact with you?
You'll send us a signal.
Oh, like the bat signal.
So, what kind of minefield requires an outside power source?
This one is fairly unique because it can be triggered by proximity, and it can also be triggered. And he points to that booth, the person in the booth there.
I see. So eliminating the power will prevent them from triggering it. But then what if somebody were to get too close or to step on them? Would they also be disabled then?
No, they're always on. It's just they may start setting them off if we start to venture out, which has happened before.
I see. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
So when the Porcelain Prince sends his caravans here with supplies, do they normally have to weave around the minefield, or they just turn the minefield off for a short period of time?
It's unsure. They kind of take a different route every time. So either they're moving the mines or they're shutting them off all the way.
All right. We're going to try to brave the minefield.
Yeah, I suppose if the mines are sophisticated enough, they might have some kind of, code word or process by which they would be deactivated by remote. That's not unreasonable.
So I'll go back to the car. It seems to me either we try to get to that outhouse and see if there's a way of shutting off the minefield, or we just try to drive the path you found through the minefield. Although then there's a sort of a question of how close can you get to the mines before they go off?
Yeah, well, here's my thing. Here's what I'm thinking. Because these guys, we don't really know them. We can't trust them. So by us navigating the minefield, getting into that little town, it gives us a chance to figure out, do we really want to do what they're asking, or do these other people in the town, do they have better resources and a better deal for us?
I agree with that. I'd rather try to navigate through the minefield without turning it off.
Just let's keep our options open. All right, so Skrillex would then start turning the car around and piloting through the minefield.
Okay, yeah, he turns around and just gets on his vehicle and stands there and watches you guys. Give me a pilot roll.
8.
Okay. It's close. I mean, you're also towing a vehicle, so it's a little bit tricky, but you manage to successfully weave in and out, avoid not getting too close to these mines, and make it down into this village. And as you get close, there's a point where this brown, drab dirt suddenly looks just like there's purple grass and yellow flowers, and it's just like coming to life. There are actual trees down here that you really couldn't see before. They're not very tall, but they're blooming with greens and oranges. There's people just out and about, walking around. They look human. They're wearing colorful clothing. There appears to be some sort of vendor selling something. And you just kind of like roll up in, onto like a road, and then the town is right before you in this huge tower. There's some kind of light. Now that you are a lot closer, you can see that there's some kind of something reflecting at the top. It looks red. Somebody comes up to you, looks official, like they're in a uniform, like a dark blue uniform with a name tag. Oh, hey, you all right? Any trouble with those ruffians up there?
Don't be tricked, they're villains. And I just whisper that to Krieg.
No trouble at all, sir. Just
You're muted.
I'm muted.
Oh.
I'm waiting for Skrillex to finish whatever he's saying.
I thought I was muted, so I was looking for my.
No, you were good. Kurt was.
Yeah. So no trouble at all. Everything, A-okay.
Yeah, they seem to be bandits. So
Yeah,
you might want to watch out for them.
Yeah, we usually I've never seen you guys here before, but we get new caravans all the time. And we always just try to, when you go back, make sure you remind dispatch that of the bandits. Maybe that's their new tactic, is to just try to be nice to you or something, let you in, because usually they attack any kind of caravan coming in. So what do you got? Looks like you're towing a vehicle. I don't think I see that on my list. As he pulls out his clipboard, you bring in some kind of, what else you got? Can't really tell.
Skrillex turns over to Krieg.
We were told that you were going to need some of the parts from the vehicle for various things. It was just easier to bring the whole vehicle, as there's
Oh,
another...
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that was good thinking.
We also may need like someone. We're a little concerned about the bandits when we leave here. We don't want to get attacked, especially since they might think we're leaving with something that we picked up here.
Mhm.
We might want to find a way to disguise our vehicle, repaint it, make them think it's something different than what they just saw. Know
Okay.
anybody who could help us with that?
Yeah, we got an arts and supply store here, so you can go in there.
I'm still sort of picturing making like a paper mache parade float outer body to just like lay over the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think Beatrice would really like that. A new project.
What's that big stone up there? And I point up at the big rock, or the big red rock.
Oh, that's the Life Tower. Yeah, gift from the porcelain prince himself.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is Kevin. He's new, first run. So if you want to, give him all of as much of the history of that tower as you can bear.
I invite
would probably really help him out.
Yeah.
Well, this is Vernalia, and porcelain prince sometimes visits. You might be lucky enough that he may show up. He points to like a spot in town, like there's a nice plush grassy area where maybe something, where you would assume that his palace would sit, but there's not an obvious imprint or a retaining wall or anything like the last one you saw. Yeah, sometimes he comes and graces us with his presence. It's pretty magical here. It's wonderful. This is the best. You got a good run. I've heard of some of the other caravans, like they go to the Iron City and they go to some outpost down in the south where I heard there's bandits and stuff. I don't know. It's but you got a good run here, Kevin. So that's a good deal. It's all downhill after this. I mean, after this, if you don't keep coming back here.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. And I look shiftily around.
You might want a nice walk in the park or something. You seem a little bit on edge. We might have some plants for that too.
No, I'll be fine. I've got these.
That's a good idea.
And I show him. I rattle my alert me now pills.
Well,
I think that's an excellent suggestion. I think he should go take a walk in the park. In fact, after dealing with the bandits, maybe we all should.
Okay, well, you can park. Just points to a spot. Park right here. Go take a walk. And there's no hurry, no rush. There's a meat vendor over there, fresh forested meats.
Is do you normally have Gunner here sometimes? He's the best meat vendor.
No, not familiar with the gunner.
He's got the prime meats.
No, that's Carlos over there.
Carlos.
So I assume we park.
Yeah.
Wander around the town for a while, see what's here.
Yeah, there's like a large park, grassy park area with trees and like swings, and there's a little pond. Looks like got water in it. It's pretty clear.
This place looks too nice. Are you guys worried that we're going to get attacked at any moment?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Just me.
See, Kevin, those people we met, they were the evil ones. They're the bandits who were just looking to leech off of this otherwise nice little town, if misguided because they don't follow Jagger Fels.
They friends with the porcelain prince, and he's evil. Pure evil.
I agree he has to die because obviously Jagger Fels has to take over this world, but I don't think everybody who follows him is evil.
Right, but not only is the Jagger Fells thing, but he also tried to kill us. That's left kind of a mark on me.
I mean, that's a fair point. I don't know if that's a sign of moral evil, though. Could have been a misunderstanding. I take your point, though. He's evil because he heard about our settlement and decided to go off and attack it unprovoked. We were barely even in the beginnings of our plan to double cross him and take over this world. And he attacked us evilly.
That's right. Evil.
Fuck you for screwing me over first.
Right.
A short man with a long beard and a similar blue outfit comes strolling across the park here as you guys are just taking everything in. He's probably stands about 4'2". So, haven't seen you around.
I've seen you before on TV. Are you a Smurf?
I don't know what that is.
It looks just like you. Big beard, blue, short.
I've never heard of Smuffs.
They're for children. It's a children's TV show.
Well, we do have children here.
You must be the evil Smurf.
You better watch your mouth. He looks at your outfit, and then he looks over at Krieg's outfit, and then don't you need to be getting back to your theater troupe?
There's no run screwdriver.
I'm a theater troupe. I'm a superhero.
Whatever they're performing at the theater, I'm sure.
You can call me Illumination Boy. I'm not a jerk.
Whatever suits you.
So what is this place?
What does it look like? It's Vernalia. I mean,
Have
are you
been-
new?
Have you gone outside before? Like over there, and I like point across the landmine field.
Beyond the why?
Well, it's just It's not like here.
Obviously.
So, what do you even do here? You just sit around this rock all day?
No, I'm in charge of. I patrol the park and make sure everybody is safe, and remember to always stop. Remember to always report suspicious activities.
So you're the police Smurf.
I don't know. Is Smurf another name for?
Short person with a beard who's blue. That's you.
Okay.
And also you're evil. But that doesn't normally go with Smurf. Oh, what
How
are
long
saying,
have you?
Kurt?
How long have you lived here?
We don't live here. We're
Okay.
part of a caravan.
He like.
Although
Not,
I still don't
oh,
understand.
okay.
There was a show for children that featured evil character called Smurfs.
Yeah,
No, there wasn't.
there was. I've seen it.
Caravan. That explains a lot. So this is your normal getup as he looks at you guys' outfit.
Well, yeah. This is my superhero attire. Why do you wear that blue jumpsuit? Or blue shirt?
Blue on blue. Because that's what all helpers here in the town were.
Oh no, they're all Smurfs. We're in the Smurf village, guys.
So,
well,
Krieg, what are you wearing?
I mean, I assume I have some sort of traveling suit
Okay,
because I wouldn't have my armor up at this point.
right.
So it would be black because he's really emo.
Okay.
One sleeve would just be flapping in the wind.
Mm.
So you're wearing your Illumination Boy outfit.
Yeah, minus the mask because I'm not in battle yet.
Well, I suggest your friend in this in the dark clothing should get some more colorful attire. May get some kind of sideways looks here, but
Yeah, but when you're on the road, it's better not to attract. Like we were accosted by bandits on the way in. Better to not have the eyes fall on you. So that said, where can we find like shops, sellers of goods, so that I can consider what colorful attire to purchase?
yeah, he just points to a bunch of tents that have a bunch of merchants selling various they've got clothes hanging out, fruits and other knickknacks.
Isn't there a Beatrice? That's who we're looking for.
Oh, the arts and crafts lady, yeah. She's more into town, but you could go and see the merchants if you want.
Okay then. Thank
So
you, Smurf.
I'll walk in that direction and pretend to look at the clothing, but we should probably find the Beatrice woman.
Okay. So yeah, as he leaves, you can see a couple people come over who kind of look at you guys and go over and talk to him, and they chat, and then the two people just leave.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, you head up to the vendors in this open market. And they have different clothes and knickknacks and a lot of overpriced stuff because, you know, that's how they get all the tourists.
What's the currency here? Can I see that?
They trade in so it's barter system.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything which jumps out? Anything of interest in here, around here? Is it just general stuff like clothes and foods and yeah.
What are you looking for anything in particular?
Not really. No, I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Actually, do they have a? Actually, I'll probably have to wait till we get to the arts and crafts. But I was thinking of making a monkey suit for my monkey friend.
A monkey suit?
Yeah. I don't know. I have to make him like a superhero outfit.
Okay.
But like I said, yeah, arts and crafts. Anyways, I'm not going to be progressing this anywhere. So where are we going next, guys?
I guess unless you guys want something from the market, I assume you probably headed to arts and crafts with Beatrice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's anything like tech looking.
No, these are all like, you know, baubles and things like that.
Not so interested in baubles.
Okay. Let's take a 5-minute break right here.
All right.
Okay.
Easy. We're gonna have to turn off the power so we can get some help busting this place up.
So from the general demeanor, through the general level of technology we could see, I assume it doesn't look likely that we're going to find batteries. Or is it unclear?
It's unclear, right? I mean, you haven't seen any vehicles yet. There's some, of course, cast iron bikes.
Yeah, that's not a hopeful sign.
So you head to the arts and crafts store. And there's a jingle of a bell as you open the door. And you look in, and there is an array of bins and baskets and all sorts of beads and different ribbons and cloths and odds and ends that are shiny and sparkle. And there's an older lady on like a step ladder, and she's painting a mural in the store on the side of the wall. And it looks like the city, kind of with the flowers and the grass and the tower, and in the middle of it, you would assume, is the porcelain prince with his arms out like this. She has not painted him in, but she's kind of outlined him, and you can see she's like drawing his eyes and nose at the time. And she turns and looks at you. Oh dear! And she gets down, and she runs over and like grabs this orange, like shimmering cloth and puts it over Krieg. And she's like, "Oh my dear, that's so much better."
Unfortunately, it's impractical for my needs, and I pull it off.
Oh, you look,
I adjust my black turtleneck, pull it up a little higher.
Oh, you give people the shivers. They think you're the emperor himself.
Maybe he.
I
is
assure you, I am
disguised.
not. I am not Emperor Fels.
Oh,
Anyway, we need your
who
help.
is that?
The ruler of this world, or soon to be.
Always with the jokes. You with the theater? Yes.
No, we are a caravan come to drop off some cargo, but unfortunately, we encountered bandits outside your city, and you could see our vehicle is much more well suited for the outside world than it is for inside the town. But what we need is for you to come with us and help us to disguise it so that when we run into the bandits, they won't realize we're the same people. I'll even wear your orange shawl.
Yes, I just wouldn't want you to get too many stares in town. And she kind of looks out the window and kind of like peering, looking for the vehicle. Oh.
I assume it's not in eyesight since we parked it.
Well, it's not a huge park and area, so she's kind of like in a vehicle. There's not any vehicles you can see in this like. So she's kind of like looking. Hold, just give me a moment, and I'm almost done. And she walks back over to the mural, and finishes sketching you would assume would be the eyes and nose and mouth of the porcelain prince. And she says, "Ah."
I will grind my teeth as she draws the villain.
This is good. I needed a break. This is very good. Do you need anything? Ribbons, bows, beads?
Again, we just want to make our vehicle look unrecognizable. So we will trust in your far more expert advice as to what we need to accomplish this. But we wouldn't want anybody who's looking at our vehicle to know that it's the same vehicle that they encountered before. Again, because bandits, and we don't want to be captured or worse by these bandits who harry your city.
You have some of those silly Smurf suits which all these people are wearing.
No, I mean,
Oh.
Do you need me to make one?
Well, how fast? I've got some pills. This might help you do it faster.
No. Let's look at this vehicle.
I've always wanted to paint my mech. I just haven't never found the opportunity or really the paint rations. Maybe I could pick up something here.
Yes, some paints would be wonderful. Some colors, some shading, maybe some flair.
Ooh, I like flair.
Some tassels.
Dreamers.
All sequin. Yeah.
So she heads towards the vehicle as it kind of stands out at the end of the road. She walking. She looks like an older human woman, maybe in her 70s. Everybody, give me a notice roll.
6.
Same. 6.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 9. That's good.
So, Illumination Boy, as you're walking down this the street where these little shops are at, people are coming out and enjoying a drink, some sort of beverage. Not Felix Whiz.
Oh.
It's nice weather. Everybody seems to be in a good mood. On the side of this building, painted, is some kind of mural. It says, "Fight the oppression," and is a person. You would figure this is some kind of Sindum outfit, and they're just a big figure in a dark outfit, and it says, "Fight the oppression."
Hey, Krieg, look at that. And I point at the mural. That looks evil.
Elimination Boy, what about it looks evil to you?
It looks like they've made Thin Doom the bad guy. That's not right.
I mean, I assume it's just propaganda that the Porcelain Prince has left here.
And Krieg, when you look at it, it reminds you of Emperor Nightshade. But it's kind of a cartoony form of him, almost in a humiliating way.
So they're not even insulting Jagger Fels.
No.
For all I know, Emperor Nightshade was a clown.
There you go.
Right. So we make it to the car.
Yeah, she begins to look at it, and you can see her just kind of like talking to herself, and she says, oh, I've got a wonderful idea. I know what I can do. You see, we make these parade floats for our restoration week, rejuvenation. We can turn this into one big float.
I think that sounds perfect.
I think I have the old frames from the ones we used last time.
You know, in fact, if we could make it in the theme of Hooray for the Porcelain Prince, that would be ideal.
Well, everyone is themed that way, so yes. So she says to bring your vehicle around, like through an alley where her shop is.
I'll drive it to the alley.
Yeah, you drive the alley, and she starts pulling out like a frame. They're just pieces of, obviously not the full thing, but just like wood pieces that have been connected. It's kind of like a back storage area. She opens a big door, and you can see that there's wheels and lots of, boards that have been painted, and there is a worn paper mache kind of figure of the Porcelain Prince. But it does not, you notice he doesn't have his mask on, and you can see his face.
Ooh. And how does his face appear?
His face he looks young. I mean, he looks like a human who would be in his mid-20s. Oh, you could use this, but I would have to I'd have to do some work on it. As she examines it, and it realized that pieces of it had come off, they'd used it, but they didn't discard it.
Do we still have the other vehicle towed to this one?
Yeah. She's saying that she can make the whole thing into one big float.
While she's doing that, working on the float and the appearance, I'd like to examine the vehicle thoroughly that we're towing, just to kind of see what it has in terms of weapons, technology, whether it's actually better or worse in comparison to the vehicle that we're using.
Yeah, I mean, big tussling is no big hustling.
You could give me a no or notice.
What was that?
You could do no or notice.
Could I use fix?
I'll take fix, sure.
$15.
Okay. So the vehicle has no weapons on it. but it has an unlimited power source from these cells. These kind of like power cells panels that are on the side, and they pick up some kind of energy that comes off the ultraviolet road. As long as this thing's on the ultraviolet road, this thing will just go. It doesn't go as fast top speed as Big Hustlin', but it can maintain a speed for however long.
Do I get a sense of how long it can go without being on the ultraviolet road, if at all? Is it kind of like a trolley car where it has to be on the road to function?
It may have some kind of residual power. It probably would last like an hour.
Okay, so not much. All right, that's helpful. So at some point, while this lady is getting the decorations all available, I would whisper to Krieg and Zavir, and if he's there, Kevin.
So this vehicle that we're towing, I think we should actually be using it to tow Big Hustlin'. It doesn't seem to need any power as long as it remains on the ultraviolet road. This would allow us to conserve the most energy.
Okay, this might interfere with her float, but that's fine. So we'll reverse the order and put Big Tusslin in front.
Okay.
And hope she doesn't notice.
No, she is individually like going through these big bins of flowers that she has and individually picking out the appropriate ones to put onto the float. So yeah, she's distracted.
And I will move the fire extinguisher I took from Big Hustlin into Big Tusslin.
So is anyone, are you going to assist with her putting together this float for you?
I mean, if there, I've done all that I can with Big Tusslin, then yeah, I'd be helping out.
Yeah, physically, it would be really hard for her to set up the whole frame and everything. And she seems real particular about exactly how she wants to do things. It would probably take her, I don't know, a week to do this.
So yeah, then I would help.
So you can pick an appropriate skill and roll on that if you wish. Tell how you are using that skill. Intimidate.
Yeah, make her work faster.
I'm going to use punch.
You need to break some boards, right? Punch.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't have any points in like regular work, but I would use exert to help build the frame and everything else.
Okay.
9.
Okay, that's good.
Can I use fix again for this?
Yeah, it's a separate thing.
I got a 10.
All right, Illumination Boy.
I've got. Can I use the glow, like my like adept ability, like just to like I don't know, put certain like to figure out the shine on certain I don't know rocks or flowers which have like a certain sort of color, and I know I have a better idea of how they are arranged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. 2 of these. 12.
Oh wow. Okay, that's real good. So as you guys assist her and she putting the frame together and arranging the flowers, and you've got the little see-through spot where you can you can drive. And she puts the porcelain prince up there, and Illumination Boy puts these lights, almost like floor lights, that shine on the porcelain prince that he's just like glowing as he is on the top. There's all these like circular flowers that go down like steps. It would take you guys like a day of work. A few people come in and out of the store, and then and they go in the back. She invites them back there, and different townspeople come in the back and like assist, and they're all excited to be helping with this, and they think this is wonderful.
Crowdsourcing, smart.
She looks upon it. She's like, this is wonderful. My finest work.
I think it'll certainly help with those bandits.
Well, do you need anything else?
So the float may be a little big for the way out. Is there any way that we could like turn off the mines?
Why would we do that?
Well, we don't want the float touching the mines. Imagine that. The porcelain prince will be blown up.
But we also don't want those bandits getting in here.
Yes.
God damn it, Krieg.
Well, all the caravans know the way out, so.
But the caravan's gotten a lot bigger.
I'm sure that they will adjust for that.
Yes, it's a good talk to them. Where would they be?
She points to a building that looks kind of like town hall. It's got some like columns in front of it, and it looks almost like made of stone.
Very well, thank you. And I would just walk over there.
Yeah, she like seems beat, but she walks back over and gets her paintbrush out and continues her sketch, her mural on the wall. As Illumination Boy, is everybody going over to the town hall area?
I'll follow for a bit. Illumination Boy, what are you doing?
Are you still wearing your sash?
I suggested I might wear her orange thing, whatever she draped over me.
Yeah.
But she didn't insist on it, so I wouldn't have actually put it on.
Okay.
You had her chance.
So,
letting the bandits in here would be bad, Kevin.
No, the bandits aren't bandits. They're the heroes here. All these guys are villains. You saw that Smurf.
I told you I don't know what a Smurf is.
Well, they're evil.
You know.
And I think they wore white, not blue.
Maybe. I forgot that part.
They were blue, wore white.
Krieg. I mean, these guys, they're aligned with the porcelain god, and sure, they may not be as terrible or whatever, but it seems like it would really muck up with whatever operation he's got if we just set these two sides at each other and let the dust settle while we're farther away.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're all these sort of mongrel, non-Promethean people. So I'm not going to cry over it if they die, but I don't see the point of helping the bandits. I guess it might give them something to do rather than attack us when we come out. I hadn't thought about that.
It's not so much helping the bandits. Don't think of it that way. It's more distracting everybody from what we're trying to do.
I don't know why you keep calling them bandits. They're heroes. That guy's named Cyclops. He was a superhero.
Their actual plan is to come in and ransack this town. Probably murder, rape, and pillage along the way.
It's okay, they're bad.
Peter, with
Turns iPad off.
with my mech, since part of my mech includes a data slab, can I attempt to determine if there's any kind of Wi-Fi radio signal or something that might be connecting the whatever it is in the town or whatever hub there is to these mines?
Whatever they're using is probably coming from that shed.
Well, I understand it's probably coming from the shed, but is it a wireless transmitter or is it hardwired or some kind of combination?
It's yeah, it's wireless.
Okay.
You pick up a signal.
So using that signal, is there any way that I could attempt to hack the signal?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So before I do that, Krieg, so just kind of scanning, I've determined that whatever signal they're using from that shed to address the situation with the mines, it's wireless. So I could try to hack into the system so that I can change the mines and how they work. So it might be that I can adjust the way the mines react to not completely blow up the bandits, but also not completely not blow up the bandits, creating maximum chaos within this town.
Yeah, it sounds fine to me. If you can pull it off. I mean, it would probably be good if you made it easy for us to get out.
Yeah. So the thing is, I want to be careful because if I start getting into this, then there's a possibility that should I not be successful, let's say, I don't know how they're going to react. I don't know if they'll be able to trace it back. I don't know if they'll start trying to, hack into my mech. There's a lot that could potentially go wrong. So I'm just wondering,
I mean, if we're gonna create chaos, then I really don't necessarily have a problem with just turning them off as we leave. And then it looks like the bandits are charging at us, but they in fact charge around us and into the city.
Okay. Should I start?
I just don't like it when Kevin's having fun. That's really what the problem here is.
So
I know when to signal them. I've got a signal ready.
So with that, Skrillex would probably start hacking into it just to see if he can gain access and to kind of test the limits of their system.
Okay.
So would that be program?
Yep.
Nice. I got a 12.
Yeah, it's not very complex. You could easily shut the whole wireless system down.
Can I do it selectively? And with this check, can I gain access later on at will, or will I need another check?
So you can shut off. You can selectively shut off whatever mines you want to wirelessly. However, the proximity sensors would still be on.
Mm-hmm.
You can enter. It would require a check to enter back in, but it would only be a 6.
Okay. All right. So then, so for now, I'm just going to turn them all off. I'll turn those sensors off. So, you know, I know that the proximity is still on, but at least they can't control them now at this point, right?
Right. The guy in the little shed can't remotely turn them on, set them off.
Can I also lock him out of the system so that this can't be changed by anyone but me?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that with 12. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. It's all taken care of.
Wow, Skrillex is a super genius.
It was just a basic algorithmic, you know, process using their alligator language.
Wow, that's super cool. So
Yeah,
should I signal them?
Just play into the mythology and tell him you're his friend, Man Bat.
Wait, what?
One of the many characters that Kevin talks about is some sort of man bat that has extremely high technical skills.
See, you're catching on. You're almost there.
What's your superpower? I'm rich.
It's the best superpower and the most realistic. Not.
So I'm gonna signal them, right? So I do that now?
When we leave.
Oh, okay. But I like look back at the big rock and I'm like, how am I gonna get that? Don't worry. I got it.
I mean, how is it affixed up there?
It looks like a disc. It looks like
You're not the whiteboard.
it looks like that. Like the thing in the middle is the crystal.
Cool.
So it's like embedded in whatever this disc is.
Yeah.
Hey Skrillex, you would have some sort of tool to remove stones from a welding or something. Maybe
I
a
mean,
blowtorch.
I have a multi-tool. You could probably assist with something like that.
How high up is it?
What did I say? 60 meters. So like 100 and is that 190 feet?
It's really high.
Something like that. I mean, not for nothing, but I can telekinetically manipulate 200 kilograms if it's within my normal visual range.
See? That sounds cool. So we can get it then?
I don't know how strongly it's attached. If it's going to take more than 200 kilograms of force, no.
That's fair. Well, so when our superhero friends come through, we'll just assist them, and then we can climb up that tower and pull that thing down.
I mean, my plan was just we turn the minefield off when we're leaving. And then they rush in as we leave.
But then we won't get to join in on the
rape and pillage. We really don't have that much time for that.
on the superhero stuff. Well, I guess.
Well, tell them to save it for you then.
Yes. Yes. We'll be coming back through this part of town.
Right. Tell them that we've taken no part of the treasure, but that, you claim dibs on that, and they should save it for you for when you come back.
That's fair. Yes.
And being superheroes, I'm sure they will.
There we go. The hairless monkey. I want to make a replica outfit for him.
Okay.
Of Illumination Boy outfit.
Okay.
And here's my grand scheme. So once we all bounce, I am going to dress up the monkey as me, and then I'm going to go with the bandits into the city. And Illumination Boy is going to be gone for a while. So I'll play a monkey.
I think we might notice maybe that you have replaced yourself with a miniature version.
Yeah. When you start slinging your own poo, well, maybe not. Maybe not.
I could see Illumination Boy dressing up his pet monkey, but then as he does that, something happens where the monkey actually becomes a superhero and eventually outshines, pun intended, Illumination Boy.
It's his. My subscribers have doubled.
He takes over Illumination Boy's channel.
Yep. I'm locked out of my own account.
Yeah, well, Illumination Boy's got an arc now, He's gonna, there was a second name for him, which was LED Man, so...
All right.
So...
Okay. Yeah, so I would assume that you were working on that, getting that uniform together.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, cool. Well...
All right. So you've got your float. You've shut off the wireless control of the minefield.
So it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, weren't we gonna also see what else this town might have to offer?
Right. In terms of batteries, I would ask, I forget what her name was.
Beatrice.
At the craft shop. She's aware of anyone who might be selling power cells for technology.
She points a couple buildings down and says, Rufus might know of some power cells.
So I would go probably just with Skrillex, since Illumination Boy is making his monkey suit.
Yep.
You walk in and there's a counter, and behind him are a bunch of lights and a switchboard. And you see a human man who is not blue come to the counter, balding. Can I help you?
We were looking for some power cells for our vehicle.
Oh, you must be in a caravan or something.
Yep, we are.
I figured. Have you seen Beatrice? She's got some nice shawls and stuff. Might brighten that up. That outfit's kind of eerily like the Emperor's.
She is working on something for me as we speak. She, in fact, is the one who directed us here.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit unnerving, to be honest with you, but that's, you don't know. So yeah, how many you need?
Really, probably as many as we can carry.
Yeah, Skrillex would provide exact details of, capacity, power type, whether it's AAA or D.
Okay. So what do you got to trade?
We're not sure what sorts of things you might need here.
Well, the Porcelain Prince pretty much provides everything here, so it's just kind of the way we do business. We kind of trade in kind, but I don't know if there's any kind of service you can perform.
I list everything I have then, because I really don't know what he might want. And I throw in, Kevin for free. This is a bonus. Even though in the end we might accidentally hand him the disguised monkey.
He says, yeah, some free labor would be good. There's a lot of work to be done in the back. So, yeah, that would
I think
work.
we could do that.
He hands you 3 power cells. They look in pristine condition.
Excellent.
So I would go follow him to the back to figure out what work he needs done. And hope this isn't like the beginning of Saw.
I would accompany him.
I wake up with my hand and a clamp and a saw nearby. my one hand.
It doesn't look like anything is back here. There's a broom and a dustpan and like a garbage can back here, and that's it. Just general sweep up, and
so I will grab the broom and start sweeping.
He doesn't let you do that because you got one arm, so he's like, "Oh, I can't let you do that."
I will grab the broom and hand it to Skrillex.
Skrillex will get to work.
Okay. It's a couple hours worth of sweeping. It takes longer than you think. But there's basically nothing. There's like you have to really look at the dustpan to see if you've actually swept anything. That should be good. I appreciate it. It looks so much better now.
Yeah, okay. Well, glad to help.
Yeah, anytime. Hope to see you back here.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be back. As we leave, I have no plans to ever come back to this town ever again.
Have a great day.
All right, let's get out of here.
So Kevin's back here with the monkey, but he's put a sheet over the monkey so you can't see what he's wearing. Because this is a super secret plan that he's planning on.
You're muted, Kurt.
Meanwhile, he's broadcasting this out to his followers like it's a prank video. Let's see if they notice that it's a monkey. So yeah, I assume Skrillex and I are in the vehicle in the what we were formerly towing. Underneath the float. Severe is like asleep in the back seat the whole time. And Kevin's nowhere to be seen.
I'm there. I'm there for now.
All right.
So
Tending to his monkey under the sheet.
Wow. That's got a lot of meanings.
let's go see
We're
Cyclops.
ready to head out.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Kevin, you want to signal the bandits?
Yes, and I use like my glow ability and then point my rods into the sky, and it's the bat signal.
Okay.
And then if nothing happens, like outside of the camp, I would then like write Cyclops with the lights.
See, let's roll to see if this guy can read. Yeah, you after a few minutes of doing various symbols in the sky, you see that as kind of like you're looking up at a hill where the road is. You see their vehicles start to maneuver, and they start moving down through the minefield. And there is a large boom as one of the vehicles is blown to pieces, and they all halt and start shooting at the shed, and they're just like firing their weapons.
Okay. So what do we get the sense that the explosion was proximity related or triggered?
You would guess
right
it was definitely proximity related.
Okay, cool.
Did we not turn off the minefield?
And we did.
So what exploded?
Well, the mines, even though you turned them off, they still had proximity triggers.
I see.
So I prevented them from setting them off at will and locked them out of it.
So I assume we just drive the safe path again through the minefield.
Yeah. And then, once the bandits seem like they're halfway through everything, maybe even 3/4, I'd unlock the system.
So yeah, once the first vehicle blew up, they stopped. So they didn't get very far, and they're just still at the base of the minefield, like just firing their weapons. Taco Bell. This Stars Without Number sponsored by Taco Bell.
Yeah, conveniently placed.
If that makes sense.
So they look sufficiently distracted to me anyway. So I would tell Skrillex we might as well keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed.
Or, so what Skrillex is going to do is he's going to go back into the system and just set them all off. Except I'm going to set them all off the first half. Then they'll think, oh, all these mines went off, because they won't be able to see past the smoke and everything beyond them. They'll start heading in thinking, these stupid sons of bitches, they just blew their wad. And then once they start going in and it's too late, then we set them all, the rest of them off.
All right, so give me a roll to get back into the system.
9.
Yep, no problem. So you're gonna set off like the first half of them that are closest to them.
Yeah. And then, actually, not just in that area, though, all around the village, except for the path that would affect us. So I don't want to set any of them off that are near us.
Okay.
So
All right. Give me a D20 roll.
D20?
Yeah.
14.
So the Kevin seat in the big vehicle was like way in the back. How is the second vehicle just like front seat, back seat?
Yeah, front seat, back seat.
All right. Then I suppose I would put Xavier in like the front seat and I would ride in the back seat with Kevin.
So
for sexual harassment reasons. I would separate them.
There's a cacophony of explosions. It is like loud. You can feel the ground shake of these explosions just going off and shit's flying everywhere. There's dust and shit. It's just, you can hear it echo. The people in the town don't seem to be fazed by the explosions. They just kind of are going about their business like nothing is happening.
After that first wave of explosions, how do the bandits react?
You can't, can you see through the smoke?
Out to 100 meters.
So right now you don't see anything. You don't see any of their vehicles.
Okay. Do we hear gunfire or?
You do not hear any gunfire.
Do you just kill the superheroes?
No. At least not intentionally.
Let's go find out. So again, why did the first mine go off? Just proximity or something?
Yeah.
Oh. So even though we turned them all off, they still went off?
Proximity can't turn off.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
it's kind of like twofold. So they were aware that if they lost their wireless control, they were useless. But the proximity would always,
Okay, gotcha. So I would be like, oh, look over there, Krieg.
You're pointing out my window?
Yeah, I'm pointing out your window.
So I would look over there.
Oh no.
Okay. Then
so it's you and me are in this back seat. Where's the monkey relative to the two of us?
He'd be in the middle.
The monkey's in the middle.
And
okay.
And then as you're looking out the window.
Brendan.
What's that?
Did you say that intentionally?
No. I just thought it made sense. So yeah, I go underneath the sheet and I say, so I'm gonna give you the powers of the glow. And then I hit him with some sort of beam, and then I take the sheet off and run out the car.
Okay.
And no one is going to notice this.
Give me a notice roll, Krieg and Skrillex.
Is he going to make a sneak roll or something?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
I can do a perform. 2d6.
Oh yeah, sure.
I only got a 5. So.
Yeah, an 8.
Yeah, I got an 11 for perform, not in sneak. Is there a sneak? Should I do sneak? I sort of was making a scene of this. So I was like, hey, look over there. And then, do my shit.
Well, I would say with all the explosions going off, everything else going on, that, they don't seem to notice at this moment that you have jumped out of the vehicle and started running.
So he jumps out of the vehicle, but we are still in an area where there are active mines.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but there's a lot of them which have been exploded. So I guess
right, but on the outside, away from us, because he was trying to keep the ones near us from exploding and hitting us.
I guess I just followed the car until I would feel like it's safe.
Please blow off a leg. I want there to be some sort of stars without number karmic justice.
Well, funny you should mention that, because especially since Skrillex didn't notice anything, he is about to set off the second wave including all of the mines behind us.
And I assume in any event, when I look back, I realize there is a monkey in a Kevin costume sitting next to me who is substantially shorter. Even balder.
And Krieg's first thought is going to be like, yeah, this is an improvement.
All right, so Illumination Boy, give me a notice roll first.
Okay. So 10.
Okay, so you have a very good idea where the float went and how it maneuvered its way up here. So you're able to run back, Naruto run back towards it. Then you can give me an evasion roll and let's see how it goes.
Evasion. That's a D20. Yeah. I have. Hang on. I just double check. Yes, I passed. Whew.
All right.
Just because you passed doesn't mean you're scared.
I'm safe. I'm safe.
All right. Do they actually have? So you take 8 damage as the mines start to explode and shrapnel and stuff are thrown everywhere.
Yeah. Fuck me. Yeah, okay. Ow.
And you make it to the edge of town where where all the flowers and the grass are. As there's like smoke starting to roll into the town, and you can, debris is falling.
My plan was to join up with the bandits,
Okay.
but you blew them up, right? Are they gone?
You don't
No,
see-
we don't know if they were inside the ring. They probably weren't inside the ring of mines when we set them off.
Actually, so can I, since I couldn't see through the smoke, could I use a hustle point to temporarily enhance my polyspectral senses to see far enough to perceive what the bandits were doing?
Yes, you can see that 1, 2, 3 of their vehicles are on fire and burning. There's one that looks damaged. You can see some people moving around. They're manning weapons, and then there is that they had 6 vehicles. The last one is nowhere to be seen.
I've done my job. Now just to continue navigating the mines that are unexploded around us and in front of us.
So the bandits may actually limp away and never join up with Kevin.
My plan was to go to the bandits. Can I make it to them?
But when we're headed in the direction of the bandits, you would have to have leapt out of the car and then run ahead of us. Or
can
behind
I just
us.
can I just hold on to the back of the car until we get up to there?
I mean, technically, you left out of the front vehicle. It's a miracle you didn't get run over by Big Hustling in the back.
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna try skitching?
Yeah.
You're going to run back up the minefield and follow the vehicle out.
Well, the plan was to get to the bandits, not to go back to the city because I'm no use on my own.
In hindsight, what you really should have done was said,
pillage, fucking.
In hindsight, what you should have done is said, I'm going to run in the Kevin seat and you and the monkey get into the backward-facing Kevin seat in Big Hustlin'. We'd be in the front vehicle. We wouldn't have seen any of this.
True.
And then you could have just leapt off when we were out of the minefield.
True.
But now you're chasing after Big Hustlin'.
Yep.
Through a minefield.
Yep. Let's just do it.
And unfortunately, there's a bitey, diseased monkey sitting next to me.
Yep.
Who's just had a sheet pulled off his head, and there are explosions all around it.
Hey, he's got some superpowers.
Even better. Bitey, diseased, superpowered monkey.
Who is now agitated and excited from all the explosions. Give me a survive roll.
Survive, okay. 7. It's a -1. Yeah, 7.
All right, so yeah, you managed to run back, Naruto run back through the town, the outskirts, back up behind the vehicle. You can see all these craters on either side, and there's smoke billowing past you, all the way up to the top, to the Ultraviolet Road. And there is 3 or 4 burning bandit vehicles, and there's one that's been damaged, and there's one guy who's not Cyclops, who's bleeding from his face, and he's got a revolver that he pulls out, and he's just kind of looking around.
It's me, Illumination Boy, your new leader.
And he pulls out his revolver and points it at you, and then points above you and fires and blows the head off the porcelain prince mannequin on top of the vehicle that's coming up to the road.
Good thought.
You know the way in?
Yes, I do.
Let's go. And he shoulders his weapon.
And I march ahead.
And he follows you.
Sweet. Goodbye, Illumination Boy.
As you guys get on the Ultraviolet Road and head out with the carnage behind you. You want to do anything more, Kevin?
No, that's it. That's good.
You want to stop right there? Is that where you want Illumination Boy to stop?
That's where he stops.
Okay. All right.
Wait, so
how long before I notice that there's a monkey sitting next to me?
Have we finally gotten rid of Kevin?
There's an agitated monkey next to you, Krieg.
I am going to open a door and hurl the monkey out.
The monkey. Can I control the monkey?
Sure.
He jumps onto the other car and just.
Well, we're inside.
Jumps inside the window. He's in the other car, the second car.
Give me an attack roll, Krieg.
I'll have to use punch. 5 to hit.
The monkey is very shifty. As you try to hit him, and he moves out of the way. And he's just bouncing around, all excited from the explosions.
Well, I have no way of calming him down, so I'm going to keep trying to kill him. Although I'm going to form a little telekinetic dagger.
Okay.
I'm going to stab him. 15 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit on a monkey.
9 damage.
The monkey screams in pain as he has been stabbed.
God damn it. Killing my second character.
Krieg, what's going on back there?
Kevin's vanished and he's left us his monkey in a Kevin suit. The monkey's getting increasingly agitated, so I'm trying to kill it before it can bite me or Zavir.
Carry on.
What does the monkey do?
The monkey will probably go for one of the windows and try to escape. Like, just to get on top of the roof, you know, just to get away from this crazy person trying to stab him.
All right. Exert.
Can I just use Kevin's stats?
Sure.
All right. 7.
So the monkey reels back and then scoots out one of the windows and like climbs up on top of the float.
All right, I commit effort to activate kinetic transversal so that I can walk up vertical surfaces. And I also climb out on top of the float.
The epic
I like to think this is happening as I climb out on top of the float. The head of the porcelain prince explodes.
Yep, gets shot off. And Kevin, you look over as Krieg is fighting your monkey.
I have a telekinetic sword in my hand. And I'm going to attack the monkey again. Only 6. Too much jostling. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Uh-oh. Give me D100.
Roll to confirm first.
Nope, D100 roll.
95.
Where's my chart?
That's above 50. That's bad.
Both illumination boys are going to be the object of my wrath.
Stop killing it. Does he lose his other arm?
Would you say 95?
Yep. Good and high.
Yes. Oh, okay. So you go to strike the monkey with your telekinetic. Does your other arm appear as a telekinetic arm with a weapon, or no?
No, just one arm. I mean, it's telekinesis is holding my feet to the vehicle, but I'm using my one remaining arm to hold my sword.
So as you go to strike it, your telekinetic sword just shorts out and vanishes from your hand. And you step on the head, the remaining pieces of the porcelain prince that got shot off, and slip and fall prone onto the moving
parade float.
Yeah.
Wait, so he fell back onto the float?
Well, he was on the
float.
Yeah, he did not fall off the float. He's just fallen prone.
Okay, that's good because we still have unexploded mines around us.
So monkey's turn.
Monkey Elimination Boy Jr. Is going to climb the float and do a King Kong on the side, beating its chest as it's climbing up the top
of the headless porcelain prince.
Yeah.
Okay.
How tall is the headless porcelain prince?
Well, he's climbing on top of it. It's got to be 9 meters tall. So 27 feet.
Yeah, you can just give everything in meters. That's fine. So I get up and walk up the porcelain prince because I can do that. And I attack the monkey. That one again.
It's roll 20.
59. Although technically, what's the monkey's AC?
I have no idea. I don't think that suit provides it. I mean, what, like 11 or 12 maybe?
And technically it took 8 damage between my 2 attacks that missed.
Oh, what's the name damage? Yeah.
Shock damage.
Yeah.
But 59 is what I rolled for my failure.
Okay, so you go again to form your telekinetic weapon, the sword, right?
Yep.
And it doesn't form as a sword. It just comes out as an energy burst and blasts a hole in the side of in the top of the float.
Okay.
The monkey is at the top of this porcelain prince mannequin. Kevin, the bandit that had put his weapon down was about to head down into the town, has stopped and is like, whoa, we need to watch this.
So
the fight where it's a race to the bottom.
So the monkey, is it the monkey's turn?
Yep.
He looks at you and does a monkey scream, but then as he does that, his eyes start to glow.
Uh-oh.
And he grabs hold of you, and he says, he gets close to you and says, "Long live the king," and then throws you off, or tries to at least.
How big is this monkey? Because they were only like 2 foot tall when we
Okay, they
first
kick you off.
encountered them.
He tries to push you off.
How do we do this before? It's like a grapple roll, isn't it?
No idea.
Was it D20 with exert, whatever your exert bonus was?
D20 exert. Oh. I got nat 20. I'm sorry. I can screenshot it. It's legit.
I did not get a nat 20, so the monkey somehow wins.
Give me the nat 20. Give me a D100 roll.
58.
What'd you get?
58.
So the monkey doesn't as much hit you, Krieg, as it hits the porcelain prince mannequin, and it breaks off as you are holding it, and you go flying and land on the float, bounce off, and then land on the ground, injuring your other arm.
How much damage do I take from the fall?
You take 4 damage.
I stand up, and I'm going to use Jagger Shards, Hotter number 33. 22 to hit, 14 damage to the monkey.
Dead monkey.
The monkey is cut to ribbons, collapses onto the float.
And then I just slump down onto the float, breathing heavily, nearly dead.
Cradling your injured arm.
Can't cradle it. Have nothing to cradle with. No other arm to cradle the injured arm.
Oh no. And you guys get on the Ultraviolet Road and head out. As the bandit looks at you, Kevin is like, "It's quite a show."
I will, as we drive off, just raise one finger into the air and give middle finger, because I know Kevin's back there somewhere.
Wow.
So once we're on the Ultraviolet Road and completely out of the minefield, I'd explode all the remaining mines. So that one little path that we took, all those mines would go up.
Give me a roll to see, make sure you can get in.
Oh.
Who give you what roll? Just all you said is give me a roll, which sounds like it's to everybody, and we don't know what we're rolling.
So for Mike, for make sure you can get into the system.
Got a 6.
Okay, that's exactly what you needed. I take it Kevin and your new bandit friend are running down there to get into the town.
Yep.
Okay. Another evasion roll.
Oh, pass. We're good.
What about your bandit friend? Is he making?
No idea. Should I roll for him too?
Yeah, roll for him.
He got a 15. That's a pass for most people.
Yeah, he made it. You take 8 more damage.
Oh, I'm down.
I didn't mean to kill you, Kevin. I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You all did. You all fucking mean to kill me.
I did mean to kill your monkey.
Yeah. Which was essentially me.
I won't lie. Part of my motivation was that is exactly what was subconsciously going on in Krieg's mind. Was this he had decided not to kill you, but this was like his vicarious killing of you.
And I only set off the mines because I didn't even know Illumination Boy was gone.
Give me a D20 roll, Brendan.
15.
Okay.
Do I add anything?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So as the explosions go up around you, you come to, and you see that your bloodied bandit friend is cradled over you, like holding you, as you just kind of come out from your daze.
Where am I?
You look around, you realize you're in like that grass of the city, of the town. You're laying in the plush, comfortable grass. It has a very nice aroma to it.
So that guy's dead?
No, he's like holding on to you.
Oh, okay. It's like, all right.
You made it. Hang in there, man.
Yeah,
we made it.
I'm gonna pass out, and then I pass out.
No, wait, don't. You'll be all right. And then one of the locals comes walking up to you and it's like, "Hey, do you need this?" And the guy's like, "Yeah," and he hands him like your foot.
My foot? Oh. Shit.
And it's a good place to stop.
Okay. Oh boy.
The next session, split the party. Illumination Boy and his one bandit friend have to pillage this whole town.
God fucking damn it.
Are you going to be able to make it, Brendan, or are you out?
Next week.
No, the next
think-
time we play.
Is
Because
that 2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I might not be able to make it.
See, that's why I was thinking you were setting that up because you weren't going to be here.
Oh no, I was just doing that because I thought it'd be good. I
Oh,
thought it'd be
okay.
cool. I was like, Illumination Boy. Like, if no one else wants to steal this thing, I guess Illumination Boy would go with the bandits to go steal the thing,
Yeah, no,
and
that's
he
fine.
can like live his best life out here. And then I could play the monkey, I was literally just gonna roll just like Kevin
Till he was.
until he was murdered.
There's some. Right, there are some problems. Like, I don't assume the monkeys can talk.
This monkey could. He had the power of the glow. Oh well.
There are other monkeys you could find on the Ultraviolet road.
Yeah.
Or the monkey could come back seeking revenge.
Yep.
Wrongly murdered.
It's your new nemesis just following you along the road. This this beat up monkey in the Illumination Boy's suit.
This is gonna be the new pickle goblin fingers.
Yeah, it's like the chicken man from like Family Guy, just following you around.
We've got this very tall damaged statue of headless damaged statue, half broken off from where the monkey tried to kick me.
Damn.
Oh boy.
All right, I have to go. Good session though.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys. I
it was a lot of
appreciate it.
Shit.
See you later.